traders checking in on the bigger picture. We have gold dumping, which is notable. The first thing I said when we woke up in the chat room was heads up in crypto. Doesn't mean that crypto has to drop if gold and silver are dropping, but I am a much more comfortable bull when the metals are strong and crypto is strong as well. This is a very notable sell-off in gold. We are still looking just for a weekly higher low, but just the rate of speed at which we have gone from the all-time high into this pullback is, again, it's extremely notable. And this is going back to the live stream that we did Friday, where we had the dollar bouncing, gold starting to top out, and we were noticing the shifts in capital with money leaving the tech sector, going to the financial sector in stocks. That's only kept up multiple more days since that last Friday, and we're seeing this keep up as well. The dollar has yet to get any meaningful bounce going, so that leads me to say, what happens to gold if this dollar inverse head and shoulders on the 12-hour time frame does confirm? Bulls are looking for a little bull flag right now. We need a break of 93.72 and then 94. And that will then say, okay, our daily oversold bounce is finally getting some follow through. So my question to myself is, what's going to happen to gold and silver in the short term if this dollar bounce has hardly even gotten going yet and is about to get another leg up? That would lead me to believe that we can see some further downside in these metals. So with this pullback, we do have Bitcoin pulling back as well. We had a bull break on the daily time frame, but we double topped at the high, $12,134, $12,086. We then had a flash dump yesterday after that double top. And that flash dump did exactly what the bulls wanted to see. It lasted 5 minutes, and then we saw a V-shaped recovery, and we didn't break the low of that drop. That, however, was not enough because it just set an hourly lower high, and since then it was just a slow fade back down to eventually break that level. So here's the hourly chart. We have a bounce underway right now. We're just looking for an hourly lower high. I would say that we are just barely losing the daily higher lows. 11,350 on Coinbase. On Binance, it's 11,322. We broke that support level, but only by $50. If we see an hourly trend change back to the bulls with a higher low and a higher high once this move tops out, that will be notable to me that the bulls have saved from a loss of the daily uptrend. If we just hit an hourly lower high and then drop further into tomorrow, then we will say the daily uptrend has been lost, and I will shift my focus to 10,500 and we'll be watching for potential 4-hour oversold conditions as we approach 10,500. That's what I will shift my focus on if we do not see an hourly trend change back to the bulls on this bounce. If we do see an hourly trend change, we zoom out and we look for a 4-hour lower high, anything under 11,943. The Trader Pro alert system with the super stacks on the hourly time frame doing a good job of nailing the overbought on Bitcoin and now getting that bounce going on Bitcoin. Again, we have to see if we get any bounce followed through at this point. But nice to see the overbought, oversold signals still applying. Bitcoin dominance chart is not giving us much information in the short term. It's just sideways the last few days. And I'm watching this tightening range for a break later this week. If we pull it up on the 12-hour time frame, it's a bit of a falling wedge, which is what I'm keeping an eye out for. Which would mean the Bitcoin bulls gain strength against altcoin bulls if this were to break bullish. So this is what I'm watching on the 12-hour time frame. We could stay within this pattern for another 3 to 4 days, knowing that each candle is half a day. So it could take a long time to play out from here. If it were to break bullish, we would then look for a weekly bounce with 64.58 as the most important weekly level. And if it breaks bearish, then that's the best case scenario for the altcoin bulls. ETH/USD pulling back as well, but stronger than Bitcoin. This is pretty much a daily equilibrium still, where we have our high and low on the same candle, lower high, higher low, and just tightening up sideways right now. We either need a break of 408 and 415 for the bulls or a bear break of 362.88. If 362.88 holds, the daily higher lows hold, and here we go with the daily 12-period exponential support as a great visual guide. ETH/BTC, daily higher low is set at 3177 if this support level were to break. And if we were to lose the daily uptrend on this pattern, that would tell me that the Bitcoin dominance chart has likely broken that 12-hour falling wedge bullish. So still a daily uptrend, and ETH is looking a little bit better than Bitcoin as far as those daily higher lows. Binance was one of our stronger altcoins. It's potentially losing the daily 12-period exponential support for the first time in over a month. And we now zoom out and look for a weekly higher low to form on any names that are losing momentum on the daily time frame. Giant wasp. Link USD. Daily bull flag is possible. This daily consolidation is very healthy coming off the all-time high. Very solid leg up. And we're just watching for a 4-hour trend change back to the bulls to indicate the daily higher low has been set. No red flags. It's just a question of, do we set a daily higher low that leads to an equilibrium being the most likely scenario? If we were to drop back down towards $10, that would be the case. Or can the bulls hold the daily 12-period exponential support and see daily consolidation that would favor continuation? So no red flags on the pullback at this point. XTZ USD. So we were watching it a couple videos ago for the healthy weekly consolidation and watching for rotation into this name. And we got that rotation in a big way with a massive bull break, seeing an all-time high. Also, a lot of volatility after that all-time high was hit. Looking at it on the hourly time frame, I don't like it, so we'll go to the 4-hour. We're looking for a 4-hour higher low here. A little bit of a double bottom down at 380, and anything under 443 would just be a 4-hour lower high. But healthy consolidation at this point, still maintaining exponential 12-period. VET was another name we were watching for the laggard move after healthy weekly consolidation. We got the bull break, but not nearly as much follow-through. Still a daily uptrend, and that's going to be our guide. Anything above 17.9 as a daily higher low. And bulls definitely want a bit more convincing follow-through over that top at 22. Our laggard names, Litecoin and XRP, have lost their momentum to a certain degree. Litecoin is down near 5270 support, which would be as if Bitcoin were testing 10,500 support. So a significant move up, but since then have not seen any follow-through momentum for these bulls. Looks like it was just a short-lived laggard move for now. And XRP holding on better than Litecoin, still holding the daily 12 period, but again, no follow-through once we hit our temporary top. The most important support level for me on XRP is 278. As long as that holds, the bulls keep control on the daily time frame. Keep an eye on the dollar, keep an eye on gold, keep an eye on our daily higher lows, and if Bitcoin can regain the hourly trend after this pullback today, that will be notable for me as a save of the daily uptrend for the bulls. If not, 10,500 then becomes the most important level. Again, bigger picture, I'm not calling a top, I'm not saying anything other than have a game plan for in case this is a potential 2-month lower high and we're going to pull back and look for a 2-month higher low into 2021. It would require a significant dollar bounce for that to happen, in my opinion. We would likely have to see some broader market weakness to potentially lead to some Bitcoin weakness, some fear in the markets. I don't know what it would take. I just know that if you show me this chart and don't tell me what it is, I would say that a lower high is the most likely scenario into a continued tightening range. Because it's Bitcoin, I'll shift that probability a little bit that the bulls could break that resistance. But again, if this is just a standard stock and you don't tell me what it is, or a standard commodity, I look for the lower high here. Hope you all have a good day and do good things. Get it! So here's what remains of the sunflower row. Looks like a hurricane ran through here. But in reality, it's just the squirrels and birds doing what they're supposed to. And you'll see people posting, how do I keep these squirrels off my sunflowers? And the answer is you don't. You just let them eat them.